My name's Boudreaux. I'm a truck driver. I've been driving trucks for 17 years now. It's what pays the bills. When I'm not driving trucks, then I enjoy my free time riding my horse. I'm an independent trucker. I own my own truck. I haul chemicals for a living. I've been doing it for hauling chemicals now for about 12 years. It's the life that I chose. As far as my comparison with driving a truck versus this game, I would go into it the same way as I did when I first bought my rig. When I first bought my rig, I was nervous, I was scared, but I told myself, just take that leap of faith. What can happen? You're either gonna succeed or you're gonna fail, but at least you gave it your all. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I'm going into this game. I'm just gonna go at it. I'm gonna give it my all and let the chips fall where they may. I got a wife and 2 daughters to feed. Of course my daughters are getting up there in age, but hell, I got college tuition that I'm paying for one, and I got another one that's fixing to graduate high school in 1 year. So yeah, the bills don't stop coming in. I left that aside to come on this venture in hopes of winning the $1 million to make it easier for me and my family. This isn't a vacation for me. My family is everything to me. I often kid with people and say I was raised by 2 daughters. You know what I mean? Because they taught me how to be a better man, how to be a better father. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I go about it. I don't tell people I raised 2 daughters. I say I was raised by two daughters. My wife told me before I left, of course she loves me, go out there, be myself, and kick ass and come back with the bag. If I just be myself and don't change who I am, then I feel as though I'm unstoppable in this game. As far as what drew me into riding horses, I grew up around horses from a kid. Of course, I come from a small southeast Texas town, and it wasn't very much things to do, but riding horses was one of them, and at the same time, it kept me out of trouble. It taught me things of responsibility, of taking care of this animal, so it was just in my blood. I was blessed. To this day, I still have my mother and my father. They're still married. Of course, my dad has been real sick, so that's kind of been a toll on me being out here. I didn't grow up rich or anything. My dad was the only one that worked. He believed in mom should be at home raising the kids, and it's always been tough because we didn't have everything. He did what he could to give us what we needed, but we didn't get what we wanted. We got what we needed, but it's always been a blessing though, because I see a lot of kids that they get everything they want and they grow up and don't amount to being nothing, because they were given to them hand over fist, whereas for me, no, I had to get out there and get it. Period. I didn't go to college. I didn't do any of that. I just got it. My dad told me when I graduated high school, he said, you either go to the military or you're gonna work your ass off. And I basically chose to work my ass off. And praise to God, I've been successful at it, but it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. I think from the way I grew up is gonna help me in this game, because that gives me that no quit mentality. You're never out of it. You're never out of it, because that's the way it's been for me in life. I've battled, I've scratched, I've clawed, but I've never given up, and I've always accomplished everything that I've needed to accomplish. And it doesn't stop here. I've set my life aside to come here to accomplish one goal, and that's winning Survivor. My dad is who raised me to be who I am. And my dad watches this show. When my dad told me, son, go ahead, I'll be fine, that's what that's what gave me the okay to go. I mean, I'm playing for my immediate family, my wife, my 2 daughters, my mom, my dad, you know, my sister, whatever it takes. I mean, if I can win this $1 million just to go home and he'll blow it all just from paying off their houses, you know what I mean? I'm good with that. You know, we still got to work regardless, but that just takes a little bit of the stress off, you know, and that's basically, you know, what it's about for me. As far as the way I anticipate playing this game is, I mean, I'm gonna stay, you know, somewhat low key for a moment just to figure people out. But then once once they put their hand down and I figure, you know, that they really don't have the poker face that they think they have, then I mean I'm going in for the kill, you know. I mean, I can put you on my right hip the whole time, and then when it's time to make the move, you know, just simply slap you off. I mean, and that's just basically how I'm going in it. I'm gonna try to stay low key for a moment. You know, I don't want to be too aggressive. I don't want to come off over the top, you know, too pushy, because I am a hard-working guy, you know. So I'll have to try to control that part of me, you know, by pushing people too much, you know. But that's just how it goes, you know. I need the money. This although it is a game, it's not a game for me. I mean, I didn't come here to go back home empty-handed. I came here for the $1 million. I mean, it will do so much for my family. That's my main motivation. That's why I'm here.